I got my book in my hand. It's called Corner Stores in the middle of the block. That's because in my neighborhood there's a corner store, but it's in the middle of the block. So listen, I was on the train this morning, the morning rush hour, and the lady gets on the train preaching. And it's always, all my life living in New York City, I've never seen a white person get on the train and preach about Jesus coming back. I've seen this white Jewish guy hand out flyers and stuff like that, but I've never seen a white guy, white person, white lady. I've never seen a white person get on the train and preach about Jesus coming back. Black people, we love some fucking Jesus. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. And every time I say the word Jesus, subconsciously in the back of your mind, you think of a blonde-haired, blue-eyed white man coming back to resurrect black people. And how was Jesus going to come? Listen, how was Jesus going to come back from the dead and save somebody? If you lay in the bed for at least 5 months and try to walk, your body gonna be sore. So how you gonna be laid dead somewhere for 2,000 years, get back up and pick right back up where you left off and fit right back into the modern times? And the thing about the Bible is that people don't fail to realize that there's no law as to who can write a Bible. And plus, the Bible is constantly re-edited to suit the times, to suit the modern era that we live in. And back to this lady that was on the train preaching, she ain't saying nothing that nobody's ever heard before. And when she's dead and gone and Jesus ain't get here, there's somebody else that's going to pick right back up where she left off. And somebody else going to be talking about Jesus coming back. Jesus coming back. Jesus coming back for what? For what? What he got to come back for? People say, oh, because of crime. Look at crime. Look at rape. It was crime back in the days of Jesus. It was crime. It was rape. It was all that shit going on back then. He couldn't do shit for them, so what are he going to do for us? Jesus ain't going to do shit for black people. Not a fucking thing. Not one thing. Black people need to stop waiting for some Jesus to come back and save them. And the funny thing about it is that it's always, most of the time, it's women. Because women, they do shit based on the way it makes them feel. They make decisions based on how it makes them feel, so on their emotions. And you got to realize, talking about as far as slavery is concerned, it's easy to separate the man from the woman, and once you separate the man from the woman, she's easier to manipulate. That's why the government loves single mothers, because they're easier to manipulate. Most of the guys in jail come from single parent homes, and if you can manipulate the woman with religion and tell her all this dumb shit, she gonna believe it. Especially during those times of slavery, she's gonna believe anything it takes to save her children, and I have her children taken away from her, so she gonna believe that shit that she's embraced, indoctrinated with. Look, and like I tell you, a good way to tell when you're in a bad neighborhood is when you see a lot of churches. So women gonna believe all that dumb shit. And Jesus, and the funny thing about the Bible is, like I tell people, the Bible is called the scriptures. In the word scripture, you have the word script. Script is like you acting out something that's gonna come, that you're gonna act out, that you're gonna play something out in a script, right? So all you got to do, like I wrote this book of poetry, all you got to do 10 or 20 years from now, do what I said in this book, and people are like, oh, look at this. Brad Bathgate must have known the future. Nobody know no fucking future. It's just that people don't change. All humans need is food, clothing, and water. That's all we need. Life is simple. Humans create the obstacles. Ain't nothing new under the sun. So the shit they said in the Bible is not new. It's not fucking new. Ain't nothing new under the sun. All the shit that we doing has been done before, but in a different way. That's all it is. And like I keep telling black people, you keep waiting on Jesus. It's like you sit on your hands waiting for the return of, sitting on your hands waiting for something to happen. While you sit on your hands waiting for something to happen, life is passing you by. Modern technology is constantly moving, and black people waiting for a Jesus to come back to have flip-flops on his feet. Black people need to wake up with this dumb shit. But I keep telling you, man, everybody in this world is born with a Rolls Royce brain. But most people use their brain like Pintos. Everybody's born with a Rolls Royce brain, but most people use their brain like Pintos. Jesus is not coming back. Wake up, black people, and do something for yourself. Do something for ourselves. And stop waiting for some Jesus to come back.